Hi everyone, my name is Abby from Migration Centre of Australia. Today I wanted to talk about what are the top visa options to migrate to Australia in 2025. Now this will depend on your situation, of course, so we'll talk about the different categories first. So you could be a student that wants to migrate to Australia to study in Australia, and that can potentially lead to further opportunities down the track. But bear in mind that as a student, you still need to outline that you're a genuine temporary student and that you intend to go back to your home country or somewhere else after studying in Australia. You do have the option of going from a student visa to a graduate visa if you do qualify, and it could result in you being able to extend your stay. Then the next category would be, for example, family. So if you're a parent, family reunion visas, child visas, partner visas, and there's a bunch of others that sit in this category. And if you are eligible for any of these, you could be with your family in Australia. In a lot of the cases, there would be a sponsorship application required where a family member from Australia does have to sponsor you to be able to come to Australia. There are temporary options along with permanent options as well, depending on the type of visa you're looking for in your situation and your relationship with the person in Australia. The next category is employer-sponsored or general skilled migration, which is both skilled categories, but we like to divide them up into two. So the first one, we'll talk about the general skilled migration, where you don't need any employers to assist you. What you need is a skill assessment. Based on that skill assessment, you can lodge an expression of interest. Now, that expression of interest essentially says, these are my skills. I've been assessed by a relevant authority in Australia, and it's a point system at the moment, which could be changed at any point. They've announced that they would like to change the structure of this to ensure that there is a more certain pathway and a clearer pathway for skilled migrants to come to Australia. But while it is the point system, you have to try and score a maximum number of points to compete with everyone else that qualifies for the visa. Now, you can get a consultation to check your eligibility, along with how you compete with everyone else in your occupation that has lodged an expression of interest, and that's a good way to judge whether it's even worthwhile doing this before you start the process. Then there is the employer-sponsored pathway. Now, this pathway requires a company in Australia or an overseas business operating in Australia to sponsor you. Through this, you can get a temporary or even directly a permanent visa as well. There's been some recent changes, so all you need is a relevant qualification along with 1 year of experience in that occupation after you've completed your qualification. There are ways to work around the qualification criteria. If you do have enough practical experience, it may be able to substitute for the formal qualification, right? And then the last bit is the National Innovation Visa, which is one of the other main categories. It used to be called the Global Talent Visa. Essentially, if you are leading in a particular field, you may be eligible to get an invitation from the government under the National Innovation Visa as well. If you think there are any other visa options that you're interested in or that I haven't covered, comment below.